outage for like 3 hours that day. All right, welcome to 2 Minute of Football Live here from Coliseum Billiards and Sports Bar on Haywood Road. I am Chris Smith. This is my sleepy buddy, Lee Mason. He had a long weekend. I appreciate you being here. I know you wanted to chill out, take a nap, and do all that good stuff. I want to thank our sponsors, Chris Pryor, Service Realty, 864-380-0525, and Plumbing and Pink, Rusty and Lynn Greer, 864-735-7014. All right, let's get into it. So, we'll go over some of the college football scores. We'll go over the new AP Top 25. Now that both South Carolina teams are actually in it, which is a first in a long time, especially that school from Columbia, South Carolina, not USC.
Correct. And not Carolina.
And not
South Carolina.
Let me pull it. Oh, look. It's working this week. Yay. So last week we had some snafus with Facebook, apparently. Facebook Live, there was a lovely outage for a few hours, and part of it was when we were doing our show because we kept getting that error. But anyway, so let's go over some of these scores here. Looks like Georgia had a bye this week. This was Georgia's bye week. Then you got number 2, Ohio State. Not a surprise here. Let's put a ass whooping on Iowa, which is actually top 10 defense in the country, according to the statistics. But according to the ass whooping they took, 54-10. Tennessee, number 3, Tennessee beats University of Texas Martin, I guess. UT Martin.
Tennessee Martin.
University of Tennessee Martin. Okay, there you go. See, learn something new every day. 65-24.
So it was a bye week.
The game that we will talk about extensively here probably, because we both have some pretty strong opinions about some calls that were made and some calls that weren't made in the Clemson-Syracuse game. Clemson did pull it out by 6 points against Syracuse. They always play close. It's amazing to me. No matter how Syracuse is or how good Clemson is, it's always a close game. But 27-21 was the score. The spread was 12.5, I think, when I decided to put a wager on it. Obviously, I took Syracuse.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I took Syracuse. Yeah. There was no way I was at 12.5. Might have even been 13.5. I can't remember. I'll have to go back and look, but there was no way I was taking Clemson because I knew it was going to be a close game. Syracuse has got a squad. They also have a really good coach. I know one of the calls that were missed by the Zebras, or the guys in pinstripes, whatever you want to call them. They should have been put in jail after this game. Was the hit on the quarterback from Syracuse. He was way out of bounds when the Clemson player took a shot at him, and there was no call. Except earlier in the game, when almost the exact play happened to Uyunglele.
I think it was Kublik.
Was it? It was a Kublik? I thought it was, okay.
And he was still in bounds.
Klubnik, by the way.
Whatever, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was still in bounds.
He was still
His
in
left foot was in bounds when the guy bumped him in the shoulder.
And they threw a personal foul, roughing the passer, which is total BS.
I think what we should say is you made the comment missed call.
Right.
I don't think they missed anything.
You think it was on purpose?
Absolutely.
Why?
Clemson is the only ticket the ACC has to get into the playoff, and the ACC is not going to let them lose unless it's absolutely obvious. So if it's close, they're going to do what they have to do to get them in. And it happens with any of them. They're going to do this. The SEC is going to do it for Alabama, Georgia, or Tennessee to make sure they get at least one or two in. Yeah. There's all sorts of fixes if you to get certain teams into the playoff. It makes me think of one. You're going to hate me saying this.
Oh, Lord.
But in 2015, you've got two undefeated teams that were ranked ahead of your Ohio State Buckeyes. Ohio State was 8 and jumped to 4 over teams that still won and were undefeated. Now, I will concede that Ohio State was probably the best team, but they completely forgot them losing to Virginia Tech earlier in the year, and the other teams don't lose. So the committee and the people that run and the people that are making the money, there's always going to be certain teams that they want, and they're going to come up with any excuse to do it. I mean, you can use best right now or whatever, but it's going to be Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, Michigan. You know, I don't even think if Oregon went undefeated, they have a chance because they already lost.
Yeah.
They're not going to put a one-loss Big 12 or a one-loss Pac-12 over anybody else unless they happen to have 2 losses.
So
and I think it will be organized to
Oregon,
be that way.
Oregon is number 8.
Mm-hmm. If Oregon won all their games, but all of those other teams in front of them have 0 or 1 losses, they'll still be at 8 or 7. I mean, Alabama lost and they didn't drop them below TCU, and TCU's undefeated.
You are correct.
So what can TCU do if, let's say, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Clemson, Ohio State, and Michigan all finish with 1 loss? They'll still take non-conference champ SEC, Big Ten over conference champ Pac-12 and Big 12.
Well, I mean, that goes back to expanding the playoffs.
Well, which is, you know, what.
Which is what's going to.
But that doesn't help the teams that might deserve to get in now.
I want to understand what you're saying, but at the same time, you know, they need to push this expansion up as quick as possible. You know, they're dragging their feet and they're all saying, "Yeah, it's going to happen. Oh, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it." But at this point, it's not going to happen in 2023. No. It's too late. So the earliest at this point it could happen is 2024. So you got to go back and these school presidents and ADs and everybody need to get moving here. You know.
Well, the thing is money talks, and all this is more money. So just do it.
Right. A lot more money. Yeah. All right. So that's our gripe of the week, I guess.
I mean, I will say, I mean, Syracuse, they
played a hell of a game.
They didn't help themselves in the 4th quarter.
Oh, they did
being
not.
able to move the ball and stuff like that. But I believe that non-call or whatever, or the call, the fake roughing, the personal foul going out of bounds. I believe Clemson scored a touchdown on that drive.
Yes, they did.
And that was 3rd down, and it would have been 4th and long.
Correct.
So there's your 7 points.
There is your 7 points right there. Then you got number 6, Alabama takes care of number 24, Mississippi State, 30-6.
Yeah, that was a beatdown.
Yes.
Especially against a team that had been scoring a lot of points.
Well, the next one is a big upset.
Yeah. I didn't see that coming.
Number 7, Ole Miss has been looking good all year. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna get an earful from Sturge because I keep telling him Ole Miss was the real deal, as I told him Tennessee was the real deal. That week of the Alabama loss. But anyway, Ole Miss just gets drubbed by LSU, 45-20.
Yeah, they pulled a Kiffin.
They pulled a Kiffin. Number 8, TCU takes out K-State or Kansas State, 38-28. Oregon defeats UCLA, 45-30. Number 11, Oklahoma State takes care of number 20. Yeah, takes care of number 20, Texas, 41-34.
Because they scored late to get that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I did.
it wasn't as close
Yeah.
as the score says it was. Number 13, Wake Forest beats up on Boston College 43-15. Penn State beats up Minnesota. No rowing there, huh?
No
Uh,
rowing there. Penn
40.
State's not going to row this weekend either. So
Who are they playing? I gotta
play
look.
Ohio State, don't
This weekend?
I think
This
it
is it.
is.
This weekend?
they? Either this weekend or next weekend.
Well, we're gonna go over the.
Yeah.
We're gonna go over that here in a bit. Penn State's 45-17. Number 21, Cincinnati takes care of SMU. Barely 29-27. Number 25, Tulane. How the Green Wave is in the top 25 beats me. They are 7-1 in the American Conference. 38-28. By the way, I got a text message from my buddy. We can't see it because he's watching on LinkedIn, but he sent me a text. Whoa! Now lay off the Gamecocks.
Why did we say anything bad about them?
Well, we started talking about not the real USC and all that.
Oh, but that's just a fact. That's not bashing on them. That's not like we're not. We're gonna talk well about them here in a second. So.
All right, let's do the new.
We didn't talk about the surprise drubbing that said Gamecocks put on.
Well,
Texas
but
A&M.
we're going to talk about that here in a minute. Because, well, fine, we'll talk about it now. I was waiting until we got.
You know what I would do if I was Texas A&M? I would get rid of Jimbo Fisher, and I would say, you know what? You could take this buyout and screw yourself and try to sue us in court. We're just not going to do it. Total delinquency of duties. He is absolute trash.
But he's a good recruiter.
He's a good recruit. Yeah, but if you can't do anything with the talent, then what do you?
So then make him, director of recruiting for a program or some shit. I mean, I don't know.
He's a loser. Just get
He's
rid
a
of him.
loser.
Just get rid of him. The talent on that team had absolutely no business losing that game, and they got blown out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was like embarrassing.
I mean, listen, South Carolina.
They're good. No, I mean, South Carolina's they're good, but the talent discrepancy is so big.
Oh, absolutely.
So I mean, I would have been like, you're not even on the plane coming back. Like, get on Greyhound.
Wow.
And find your way home.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm brutal today. Jimbo, awful.
Oh, yeah. I wonder why you said you were cranky. That was a long weekend you had. Where were you?
Charleston.
Charleston. That's right. Who'd you go with?
I visited my friend down there, and we just partied and hung out and all that. So,
Friend.
but yeah, it's like my best friend when I was little.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was like,
No.
Gotcha. I never know with you. Never know. One of your conquests. I don't know. All right. Moving along. We're going to start at the bottom.
Okay. Start at the bottom.
Because these South Carolina Gamecocks, for the first time in 20 some odd years, I believe.
They've been ranked.
No, look it up.
They've been ranked. They were ranked briefly with what's his douche nozzle? What's his name?
Who? The last guy?
Yeah. They hit the top 25 at some point.
All right, if you say so.
Yeah. And Spurrier wasn't even 20 years ago.
Ruh-roh.
So.
I kicked the camera.
You did kick it.
But it made it better. It actually made it better.
Okay.
I think.
We'll take it.
But the clock's still ahead. So can we tell Brad we go by that clock and not this clock, and we get to cut the show short like 11 minutes? Hi, Brad. By the way, he is hammered out back. I love you, Brad. Anyway, live from Coliseum. Come down, meet the owner. I'll introduce you. I'd be happy to. He's a happy-go-lucky guy tonight. All right, so there we go. South Carolina, the University of South Carolina, not USC. even though they want to be USC, because that's what they call them here, which makes no sense to me. But sure.
That's okay.
NC State down 1 to 24. Tulane is up 2 spots to 23.
Yeah.
Kansas State with getting drubbed lost 5 spots.
They're still a good team.
Down to
That was a
22.
close game.
Oh, look who's up 1 at 21. Good Lord. North Carolina.
Carolina.
The Tar Heels. Up 1 is Cincinnati to 20. 19 staying the same. Kentucky. 18 staying the same as LSU.
LSU weren't ranked though.
Yes, they were. No, they weren't.
They were
Sorry,
not
they were not ranked. Neither was Kentucky. I thought the dash meant they hadn't moved.
Oh no, not ranked.
No, because up here there's dashes too, and
yeah,
it's
but LSU was
trend.
not in the top 25.
it's it says trend.
That's fine.
Are you thinking of the coaches poll, or are you thinking of? So this is the AP.
I know.
Okay.
How many losses does LSU have?
LSU has 2 losses.
Okay.
So yeah, so they didn't move. It said this is trending. See, that's
South
Carolina doesn't
in
have
either.
it. Yeah, I don't know. That makes
LSU
sense.
is not in the top.
All right, so this is not making any sense to me.
That's okay. I think it means the movement while ranked.
Gotcha. All right, so then LSU and Kentucky were not ranked.
Correct.
Okay, there we go. Up 1 is the Fighting Illini, who is now ranked 17th.
What are they? Like 7-1?
6-1.
6-1.
Syracuse down 2 to 16. Old Miss down 8.
Well,
That hurts.
I mean, when you get blown out by LSU.
But LSU is now ranked.
Yeah, but
But you lose 8 spots because you lose 1 game to a team that is now ranked number, what do we say, 18.
Yeah, but you lost to a team coached by Brian Kelly. So.
Yeah, but still, I don't listen. Ole Miss still a good.
They're a good team.
They're definitely a top 10 team.
They would be a tough out in a bowl game, I will admit.
All right.
Maybe we'll play them in the Orange Bowl.
Listen,
you know.
How are you going to take Ole Miss, who is in the SEC, right? Drop them 8 spots behind a 2-loss Pac-12 team, right? A 1-loss ACC team in Wake Forest, because they're better than both. Absolutely 100% better than both. Behind Oregon.
I don't really like Bo Nix, but Oregon's better than Ole Miss probably.
I'd take that bet any day.
But Ole Miss has their chance. I mean, they get Bama, so show what you can do.
And
I think they'll get blown out.
I don't think they'll get blown out. I don't think they'll get blown out. I think it's going to be a pretty good game.
No. See, Bama lost. Saban's already threatened everybody he needs to.
Well,
Bama's going to blow out everybody they play. He looked like he was ready to explode. So, yeah.
All right. So let's go back. Ole Miss 15. Utah goes up 1, even though they got 2 losses in their Pac-12.
I don't really know why Utah's right there. But.
Yeah. Penn State jumps 3 to 13. UCLA drops 3. Wake Forest up 3. Wake Forest sucks.
No, they don't. They have a really good quarterback, and I mean they almost beat Clemson.
When I say they suck, I am talking about other schools. You know, like the basically the top 5 to top 10 schools.
If you're trying to compare,
I'm not.
If you're trying to compare the bottom of the top 10, top 15 to the top 4 and 5, well, yeah, absolutely.
No, let's compare Wake Forest.
It's always the same top 4 or 5 teams.
Well, so here's the thing, and you can look at this. So USC, the real USC, is ranked 10th.
Okay.
But Wake Forest is also ranked 10. How's that
Okay.
possible?
They both have one loss.
But there's never been a tie. Like
Sure, it's the same. When you have the same amount
so
of
there.
votes.
Wake Forest is 11.
No, you can do ties like that.
You
They
sure?
both got the same amount of votes.
Why is this stupid thing in my way?
by
Hold
the
on.
writers?
Hold on.
So that's why they're both.
Hold on. I got all these stupid ads that are popping up, so I can't see. Stop seeing this ad. Ad was inappropriate. All right, get rid of this fucking stupid box.
Scroll it with your.
But it won't leave. I want to see because it's got the points right here.
Oh,
it's got the. See what
you
I'm
might
saying?
not be able to see it. So.
Yeah.
But if they're both 10,
You
they both have
bastards.
the same amount of votes.
You bastards. All right. This is why when I applied for my YouTube channel and it asked me if it was kids appropriate, I said no.
Good.
Because I'm a foul-mouthed New Yorker.
Okay.
All right. Number 9, Oklahoma State up 2 to number 9. I said that. Up 2 is Oregon to 8. Stupid. Up 1 is TCU, undefeated, to 7. Alabama is 6. Clemson 5. Michigan 4. Tennessee 3. Ohio State 2. And Georgia number 1.
Do you think, just one last thing about the top 25, do you
Sure.
think TCU should be 6?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, do I think they should? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Alabama should be 7. TCU should be 6. They're undefeated.
Yeah.
And Alabama did not look good in that loss.
I'm a big believer in, even though they try to vote on who they think is best,
and
I'm a
guess
big
what?
believer on deserving.
LSU plays Bama this week. Just saying. So they'll be out of the top 25.
Yes, they will.
All right. So you were correct, sir. So we'll go over the top 25.
It's noon, Big 12 noon is
No,
Penn State and Ohio State, right?
Where the hell did it go? I just had it here. Why did this move on me? Unless they moved the game, but it literally just said noon. Why did this? Son of a. Oh, I see what they did here. These are Thursday night games, and they're both ranked. Okay, got it. Anyway, sorry. The thing jumped around on me. So 24, NC State plays Virginia Tech, 7:30 on Thursday. Number 14, Utah plays Washington State at 10 p.m. on Thursday. Then we've got, Notre Dame. I thought it was independent. Why are they still running through ACC football games like this? Because next week's Clemson.
Because they play 5 ACC games a year.
Have they always? No.
Since they joined, yes.
But football is not part of.
But part of the deal
was
for
that
them to
even
come in is they play 5 ACC games a year, and they rotate.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Because I was like, wait, they play Clemson next week.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And they'll get blown out.
Notre Dame?
Yes.
Probably. I love Marcus Freeman as a coach, but he lost it. When Brian Kelly left, he lost half his team.
Yeah.
Anyway, Syracuse, Notre Dame, Saturday at noon. Ohio State plays Penn State Saturday at noon in State College.
Yeah. The Happy Valley. I don't think it's going to be very happy.
I think it's going to be pretty close. I think it's going to be.
Michigan blew them out in the second half. What do you think Ohio State's offense is?
Listen, I want people to watch the damn game. Shut up.
It's not going to be close.
I hear you. Let's see. Who we got? Number 7, TCU, West Virginia at noon.
TCU.
Yes.
By a million.
Yes. Number 9, Oklahoma State plays K-State.
That'll be a good game.
Oh, yeah. Number 20, Cincinnati plays UCF. Number 8, Oregon plays Cal.
That UCF Cincinnati might be decent.
Why?
might be a pretty decent game.
Uh,
Malzahn's done an okay job with UCF.
Gus Malzahn. Number 10, Wake Forest plays Louisville at 3:30. Excuse me.
I would say the Deeks.
It's a good thing there's like a mic.
Right.
uh,
A spit screen. Snarfing on his mic right here.
Number 1, Georgia plays Florida. Could be good.
That's going to be a one-sided cocktail party.
I said
right
could be. Illinois plays Nebraska.
I'm taking the Bielamas all day on that.
Number 25, South Carolina plays Mizzou.
I mean, I know
That's going to be good.
I know that game, especially since it's in Columbia, Missouri, I believe.
No, it's in.
Can be close.
It's here.
Oh, it's in South Carolina. Okay, I would say the Gamecocks will win that game.
Number 3, Tennessee plays Kentucky.
I mean, Will Levis is a beast. I mean, I think that.
You think that this is his big chance?
I think he can keep it close.
Well, but
I think he'll win, but I think he'll keep it close.
I think this is also his big chance to show that he can. He is NFL ready.
I think he's already locked into that, but I think he can keep it close. But Tennessee still pulls it out.
Let's see. USC. Excuse me. Yeah. USC plays Arizona. That's a barn burner. Number 4, Michigan plays Michigan State.
Big Blue, I guess, is what they say. They call them.
Yes.
I think that should be an easy.
It is. It is in Ann Arbor.
Yeah, that should be an easy one.
Ann Arbor's a whore. Sorry.
The team up north should win.
TTUN. Number 15, Mississippi plays Jimbo Fisher.
Oh, Ole Miss by a million, as Pat McAfee would say.
I hate him, by the way. He does not belong on game day. No. Nope. Number 21. You guys play Pittsburgh.
Please show up and pull that out. That's all I gotta say.
And then number 12, UCLA. I see what they did here. They went to, instead of.
They're doing the time slots.
Yeah. Bastards. Confused me. Number 12, UCLA plays Stanford.
I think they'll bounce back and get that win.
Yeah, I agree. Speaking of South Carolina, how appropriate that this song comes on.
What is this?
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh, okay. Oh, I recognize it now. The voice, anyway. I don't know the song, but I know the voice.
Yes, Hootie and the Blowfish. I would love to meet Darius Rucker. He seems like a guy you can hang out and have a beer with.
I know he's a Dolphins fan. He was happy last night.
He is a Dolphins fan. That is in one of his songs. I don't know. It might be in this song, actually. Maybe. I don't know. So many good Hootie songs. I forget. Let's see. So we went through that. No, it's not this song. All right. Let's go over some NFL scores. And then we got a Monday night football game.
Yeah, real barn burner.
Yeah. Hey, what? I like Zoop. I like the Zoop. Zappy, Zoopy. I thought his name was Zoopy.
Is he playing or is it Mac?
I don't know. If Belichick was smart, he would stick with the kid.
Kids.
He looked good. No, Zap looked good. I mean, anyway, we'll get to that later. Okay. So the Cardinals finally showed up.
Yeah.
They beat the Saints 234.
Saints
DeAndre Hopkins came back. He's on my fantasy team. He had a decent week for the first time being back in how long? Year and a half?
Yeah.
Because of injury and then the suspension and all that. So it's been a year and a half. Scored 15 fantasy points.
It's respectable.
It's a start.
Yeah, it's good.
Kyler Murray, look like Kyler Murray finally. LinkedIn. Yeah, I can't see comments from LinkedIn. We're buffering. Sorry. Oh, we're back. I can't see the comments from LinkedIn, but then when somebody comments, LinkedIn sends me a notification. Oh. It's annoying. Like I can't log into LinkedIn and watch like we can with Facebook and here and all that nonsense. Actually, it doesn't matter. Everybody comments because we have it on the wrong page, but we'll look at it at the end. What else we got here? Oh, the Ravens. Lamar finally shows up.
Yeah. Well, it was against the Browns, and that's not a surprise.
23-20, the Ravens win. I'm waiting any day for the Tom Brady news conference to announce his retirement. You lost to P.J. Walker and the fucking Panthers. You are god awful. Go home and stay home with your wife who's about to divorce you. What is wrong with you? Sorry, I couldn't help. Like, you lose to the Panthers 21-3. You have Mike Evans. You have all these good wide receivers and offensive. You've got Fournette. I mean, what in the world?
What happened was he played against the Panthers, who started a quarterback who actually has an all-time winning record, unlike that bum who had an ankle injury that didn't play. P.J. Walker's 3-1 all-time, and he was throwing some pretty sweet passes in that game. I mean, that last one to Trimble was
the
throw big time.
Your interim coach has already said that P.J. Walker will be the starting quarterback, even if Darnold and Mayfield come back.
Well, if he were to say Baker's going to start when he's healthy, then you have to fire the interim, because that's just pure stupidity. I wish they would try to just release him.
You can't.
Yeah, you can.
There's probably a lot of guaranteed money there. It's Baker Mayfield.
Most of it was, I think, retained by the Browns, but
because
he's on that last year deal. He has nothing going forward, and he'll be a backup. You can keep Darnold as the backup, and then if you need an emergency, you got Jacob Eason on the practice squad.
Who?
Jacob Eason. He was the quarterback for Georgia, and then he left when Fields came in and went to Washington.
Sure.
He's played some for the Colts, and now he's on the Panthers practice squad.
If you say so.
Yes. And he's better than Baker Mayfield.
The practice squad guy.
Yes. Jacob Eason.
You just hate Baker Mayfield that much.
He's not any good.
You just hate Baker Mayfield.
Not any good.
I don't see a practice squad quarterback.
P.J. Walker was actually going to be on the practice squad if it's more the guy they got from Ole Miss in the draft.
Oh, yes.
If he had not broken his foot, P.J. Walker was going to be on the practice squad. P.J. Walker is a significant upgrade than Baker Mayfield. And Baker Mayfield was the starter. P.J. Walker was going to be on the practice squad. Jacob Eason's on the practice squad. I guarantee he's better than Baker Mayfield. Well, he's also like 6'4", 230, who can see over the line when he throws the ball, and it doesn't get batted back in his wussy little face.
You are the Panthers expert.
Anyway, next game.
All right.
Bengals. How about that thrashing?
Yes, finally. Listen, Joe Burrow, and they're starting to click. It took them a few games. They got rid of that Super Bowl hangover. It took them a few games. They lost to some crappy teams. But now, him and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins is back, and they're doing it. So Bengals beat the trashy Falcons.
Well, the Falcons aren't that bad though. They've had some decent wins. They've played respectable. compared to what we thought they were going to be.
Yes,
before the season started, I
Yes.
thought it was going to be Falcons and Seahawks with the number 1 and number 2 pick.
So we'll get to that.
Right,
In a minute.
and
Good
that's another surprise.
freaking Lord.
But
yeah. So Cowboys, Dak. Dak comes back. Dak comes back with the attack. I'm trying to run here.
I still think that's the fewest amount of points scored on the Lions this year.
24-6, they beat the
Every
Lions.
other team scored like 40.
Another game the Giants win.
Right?
What is going on? First of all, I don't know if you watched any part of that, but Daniel Jones running.
He can run.
I'm like,
he can run.
He ran for like 60 yards.
Yeah, he can run. He has some decent wheels.
But he just looks so bad at it.
But he's not slow though. That's the thing.
I know, but he looks so bad when he does it. Because he's a big doofy white guy. Now, let's be honest. And he can't slide for his life.
Does Trevor look goofy when he runs? Because he runs pretty well too.
Yeah, but Trevor's got the flow.
Oh, okay.
Trevor's got the flow.
Is it because Daniel Jones looks like he should be your accountant?
Yes, exactly. And Trevor looks like he should be hopping on some surfboard.
Probably.
Let's see. What else we got?
How about those Skins, baby?
We're
taking out the Packers.
Dude, if I was a Packer, I'm sorry, Bethany. If I was a Packers fan, I'd be asking for Aaron Rodgers to retire right now. Because, good Lord, have mercy. Listen, here's the problem, right? Aaron Rodgers goes on that stupid guy's show every week now and says some dumb shit about, oh, we're not that bad. Oh, I'm trying to have a relationship with my wide receiver. Aaron Rodgers sitting on his couch looked like he just smoked a fucking giant joint, talking to Pat McAfee.
Yeah, well, he didn't participate in any of the preseason activities. So there was no relationship established with any of these new receivers before the season started.
Like he's got his skull cap on.
Yeah, and like Con Air, like wife beater, Nicolas Cage hair.
Yeah, I'm like, dude.
Yeah, no, he's done. Yeah, he wanted all the money he could possibly get, and he,
another one
back and forth about, oh, am I going to retire? Am I going to play? And then Devontae said, enough of that. I'm leaving. He left. The offensive line is not what it has been in the past. It's always been one of the best. They're not running the ball like they should. And yeah, they're a mess. That defense is just soft. So the Packers are in trouble.
Yeah,
big time.
Yes, I would agree. Real quick, since we're at the 37th minute, got to pay the bills. Okay. We are live here from Coliseum as we are moving forward Monday nights from 6:30 to 7:30. The only show of the week. No more second show, third show. None of that nonsense.
Okay.
One show, Monday nights.
Okay.
Got people walking in to play some pool. Got people sitting at the bar. If you're an Ohio State fan or a Browns fan, this is your place to be on Saturday or Sundays. Brad Black, he's the owner, amazing guy when he's semi-sober. Anyway, he's going to kill me.
Yeah.
We are sponsored by Chris Pryor, Service Realty, 864-380-0525, and Plumbing and Pink, Rusty and Lynn Greer, 864-735-7014. I will say this real quick about Plumbing and Pink. I took Carter to his first hockey game. The Greenville Swamp Rabbits. That's the lovely hat I'm wearing. And Plumbing and Pink does a lot of amazing things in the community, and they are the Zamboni sponsor for the Swamp Rabbits and for Bon Secours Arena, the Bilo Center, whatever the hell you call it, depending on if you're from here originally or when you moved here. But yeah, to watch a pink Zamboni rollout is hysterical, and Rusty and Lynn do a lot of other great sponsorships of the community. So just wanted to talk about that real quick. And if you get to see the Swamp Rabbits, They are now affiliated with the LA Kings, and the AH, because they're an ECHL team. Their partner besides the Kings, the AHL team, is the Ontario Reign.
Okay.
Interesting. Also interesting that they signed a 3-year deal with a team on the West Coast. It's a lot of
Because they were the Rangers for a little while. Right?
They were the Rangers, and then last year they split between the Panthers and the Hurricanes.
Okay. And I think back when they were the Corral, they were with the Bruins for a bit.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But for a long time they were the Rangers, ECHL. Of course, I moved here and I got my Rangers jerseys and everything.
And now they're not.
And now they're not. I'm like, what in the world, man? But it's what it is. So anyway, something popped up there. I didn't see. Did you see that? I don't know what it was. Me either. Anyway, it's probably a messenger. It's my wife's iPad. She gets messenger shit all the time. Anyway, now that we paid the bills, we still got a few minutes left. Let's see. Where were we? Oh, Titans. Take care of the Colts.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan's been benched.
Colts are bad.
Oh, he got benched. He's done for the season.
That offensive line has not done him any favors at all.
He also has a separated shoulder.
Yeah. I mean,
so, Frank Reich. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
Reich. Announced he has a separated shoulder. He's done for the year. Somebody I've never heard of is now the starting quarterback.
Tim Ellinger. He went to Texas.
There you
He
go.
was the quarterback for Texas a few years ago. Back with Charlie Strong.
Well, it was Charlie Strong.
Maybe even Tom Herman too. Yeah.
Tom Herman. God never should have left Ohio State.
No.
Yeah, the gig.
How about another surprise game? The Seahawks.
Well, we're getting there. So Jets beat the Broncos. My New York Jets are 5-2. Who the frick would have thought that?
Unfortunately, your running back has a torn ACL.
Yes, our beloved starting rookie running back Breece Hall, but we have a pretty good backup in Michael Carter.
Yeah, Tardio.
So we will see how he does. I'm sure we can bring in some bum running back if we need to. Oh wait, Sonny Michel is already signed.
Call Todd Gurley. See if he's got any.
No, Todd Gurley said he's done.
Price is right.
Yeah, looks like he's ineligible.
Hella.
Lord. What's wrong with me? I apologize to all my New York friends and family. I'll try never to say hella again.
Next, you're gonna say y'alls's.
If I say y'alls's or I don't know him from Adam's House Cat, just put me out of my original. Never heard that one? No. All right, quick story. We got couple minutes here. So, literally, my wife and I moved here. We're sitting in Tipsy Taco, and I had met this guy Mark, and so we were sitting. He invited us out for drinks to meet his significant other at the time, and so we're sitting at Tipsy Taco at the bar, and this dude walks in drunk as hell. And he walks up to Mark and he puts his arm around, hey, buddy, and starts talking to him. So I go, Mark, who's that? And Mark turns and looks at me. Now, Mark is from the South originally. I'm almost sure it's from Greenville, but it may be in this area, Lawrence, something like that. Seneca, whatever. He looks at me and says, I don't know him from Adam's House Cat. And I looked at Mark in response. Well, I looked at my wife first and kind of went, yeah. And I said, I'm sorry, who's Mark and what's his cat have to do anything? And he looked at me and goes, no, that's a Southern saying.
I mean, I've lived here a long time, and I've never heard that.
Yeah, so apparently it's an old school Southern saying.
Sure.
I don't know him from Adam's House Cat. That was my introduction to the South.
Okay.
Besides the Confederate flags that were waving over Pelham Road, when I was pulling in with our U-Haul attached to the back of my truck. That was fun.
Yeah.
Because you know how they stand over 85 and wave
What's
their
that next game?
stupid flags. Well, that was the day we rolled into town. And me and my wife were like, holy shit.
Yeah, I'm not going to get on a rant.
Anyway, next game, Chiefs. Hey. Pat Mahomes, looking good.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't help that the 49ers have a bunch of defensive players hurt, but the Chiefs are really, really good and rolling. I still think the 49ers, when they get everybody healthy,
well,
I still
also
think they're going
give
to
it
be
a few
fine.
games
Yeah.
and CMC will learn the playbook.
I
And
think they'll be fine.
yeah, I think, well, I mean, it's early. What is it, week 7?
Yeah, I still think they might even be the second or third
Yeah,
best team.
It's
in the
only week
conference.
7.
Yeah.
It's only week 7.
Yeah.
So he's still got 9 games to learn the system.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Because they're definitely going to the playoffs. I mean,
I think so.
and then you have the Seahawks. What? All right. So this is mind-boggling to me. Look, I even took my hat off and had to rub my head. This is mind-boggling to me. Pete Carroll looks like a freaking genius. A freaking genius. First of all, Russell Wilson.
John Schneider, the GM, yeah.
Russell Wilson goes to Denver. Looks like he shouldn't even be playing pee-wee football, let alone in the NFL. Then you've got this scrub, Geno Smith, who spent a long time with the Jets organization. So I know Geno Smith well. He's horrible.
Well, so let me ask
Apparently not so.
Or could it have been
The system.
Well, one of the things that he said was, and he's talked about this, that he didn't really mature mentally until later on. So when he got there, he was like, the talent and the ability has always been there. He just didn't have it here. And then you put that on a team where the organization's been bad for a really long time,
and under the spotlight in New York media.
it wasn't a good place for him to go. It wasn't a good team. It wasn't the right city with that type of pressure. And I think going to the Pacific Northwest, a little bit more laid back, a better coach, a proven commodity Super Bowl winner, NCAA championship winner. And it put him in hey, just go out there and play. Just go out there and sling it. And he's played well.
Piece of Chargers. Handily.
You know what? That coach, he might be like a good coordinator or whatever. I don't think he's ready to be a head coach. That team has too much talent to be
way
too
much talent.
Like that. Yeah,
way too much talent.
You can't do that.
All right. And then the Dolphins. Dolphins take care of the Steelers.
Yeah. And those
16-10.
And those turnovers that Pickett had it didn't help matters at all.
No.
They were terrible.
No, they did not. And then let's talk a little bit about tonight's game. The barn burner that it's going to be.
What's the line?
I will. Well, before I go to the line, let me just say it is the Bears versus the Patriots. First of all, in Foxborough. Sorry, I was just making sure there were no comments.
If the line is single digits, take the Patriots in the over.
The line on the Patriots is. Come on. Oh, that did not sound well. Row Shaggy. 7.5.
Oh, yeah.
Patriots are favored.
Patriots to cover.
All right, but who's the quarterback?
And I don't even care.
You don't care who the quarterback
is?
is?
Run the Wildcat all day and still.
You don't care who the quarterback is?
No.
I kind of care who the quarterback. No, because you know who I want it to be. No, I'm talking about the Patriots.
I know you want it to be the Zappy.
I want it to be Zappy. Zappy is a very good quarterback. He is the first rookie quarterback in a very, very long time who started his first 2 games with a QBR above 100. Now, I hate it, on the other hand, because he makes Bill Belichick look like a damn genius again.
I mean, I don't want the Patriots.
And I'm still pissed.
I don't want the Patriots to win, but I think this is going to be an easy one.
And I'm still pissed at Bill Belichick for his one-day contract with the Jets. To this day, 24 years later.
Well, and the Browns had him too, and they got rid of him.
And then he was signing with the Jets.
Yeah.
And then he spent a day as the Jets head coach before Robert Kraft came in.
He saw something and was like, this guy. So,
bastard. Unbelievable. Anyway. All right. You got anything else? Anything on your mind you'd like to share?
well, you didn't say what you thought about tonight's game.
Oh,
Patriots to cover?
yes.
Yes.
Yes. Unfortunately, Justin Fields has not lived up to expectation to this point. I don't know if it's the system, it's the coaching.
Well, he went to the Bears. I mean,
yes, he did go to the
he
Bears.
went to, I mean, they're. And the thing, and I don't think it's necessarily going to matter, but do you think that some people will have reservations at all with Stroud just because none of the other Ohio State quarterbacks have worked?
Yes and no. And I'll tell you why. Stroud has made it a point to not look like the Justin Fields, Troy Smiths, JT Barrett's, Pryor, all the running type quarterbacks. He has made himself into a pocket passer. He has rarely run unless absolutely necessary, just like an NFL quarterback. Does he have the legs? Absolutely. And that's what Ohio State fans get pissed off about, is that he will sit back there and not run when there's a hole the size of fucking Mount St. Helens to run through right in front of him, because he doesn't want to end up like one of those quarterbacks. Now,
well, the other thing too is when you have your receivers running wide open and you can just fling it 50 yards, why run it?
To Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yep.
Dude, that kid's gonna be something else. The guy's a freshman and is leading.
Sophomore. Didn't he played last year?
No. Marvin Harrison Jr. did not play last year.
I thought he played last year.
Nope. In Jigba Smith played last year. He's a sophomore.
Smith and Jigba.
I do that all. And I got the guy's jersey at home for crying out loud. One of my DH Gate specials. Hey, it's better than paying $175. It looks like the same. You know the difference.
Yeah, I got it.
Except for one of them, the damn red bled into some of the white. So there went $25. What am I worried about?
Right.
So yeah, I think he's got 1, 2, 3. He's got 4 wide receivers that he can just heave the ball up to, and so I mean, he's gonna need, but he can hit the quick strikes pretty well. He's a pretty accurate passer for the most part. He doesn't have that many interceptions. Not that they're playing anybody that's been a nuisance.
So do you like?
I mean, Penn State's probably
confident to say he should be the number 1 overall pick.
I would have to look more into who else is coming out.
Well, it's Levis and Bryce Young.
I'm not talking quarterbacks.
Oh well, it's gonna be.
I mean, are you talking the number 1 quarterback, or are you talking the number 1 overall
but
pick?
This is the thing, because of the position. Even if the team that gets the number 1 pick doesn't want to draft a quarterback, somebody's gonna do a trade where they're gonna move and somebody's gonna take a quarterback. Like a quarterback, unless a team says we have number one, we want Will Anderson, and we're not going to risk moving down to 3
Right.
because we're scared somebody might go to 2 to get him or something like that. But for the most part, I think a quarterback's going to go number 1.
Okay.
So
I mean,
those
yes,
are
I
the
think
three.
CJ Stroud is the number one. I will say he's the number one as of right now. He is the number one quarterback on the board. Do I think he's the number one pick? I'd have to take a look at some of the other position players because last year there were supposed to be some quarterbacks that were supposed to be higher up, and then
the class last year was weaker.
It,
They knew that no one was going to go.
Well, no, but
number 1 overall.
Early on in the process, like we are talking now, they were talking about quarterbacks going in the top 5.
Yeah.
And then you turned around and had some defensive guys and some O-linemen go in front. So I'd have to take a look. But yeah, CJ Stroud's the number 1 QB. Okay. There's no question about that to me. Will Levis, number 2. No question about that.
Yeah, the problem with Stroud is the size and getting hurt and stuff like that.
I mean, he's going to have to bulk up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but he's got the same issue. He's listed at 6 feet, but he's not.
No, he's Russell Wilson.
He's 5'10", 5'11" at best. So he's going to have those same issues. You're going to have him take deeper drops like Russell Wilson did with the Seahawks, or lots of movement, rolling out, bootlegs and stuff like that.
Well, and again, it also depends on what the draft order is as well. I mean, we'll have to see about that. Oh, that's nice. NFL reviewing refs autograph ask.
Oh, yeah. There were 2 refs asking for
Mike
Evans' autograph after the game, and you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, no. Why don't you wait till you're in the locker room? I mean, you just go to the equipment guy and be like, hey, do you mind? Stupid. You're going to get fined. You're fired. Anyway, you got anything else? Good to go. All right. Well, this has been 2 Minute of Football. I'm Chris Lee. I'm tired. Mason.
You were the one yawning.
I know. But, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, live from Coliseum Billiards and Sports Bar. Want to thank sponsors, Chris Pryor, Service Realty, 864-380-0525, Plumbing and Pink, 864-735-7014. I want to thank Brad Black again, the owner of Coliseum, for sponsoring us. We'll be here every Monday night, 6:30 to 7:30. Come on out, play some pool, watch some games. Like I said again, if you're an Ohio State fan or a Browns fan, this is your place to be on Saturday and Sunday night, or Saturdays or Sunday, depending on the time of the game. I don't know why I said nights, but whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, this has been 2 Minute of Football. Thanks for watching. See you next Monday.